Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome to the stream. It's me, ShellshockPrime, and tonight we are back with yet another stream. First of all, to Coop Slayer 57, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna play it on screen since just to have it on here. There we go. Thank you for that. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well as well, Dragon. Nice to see you too. So tonight we're going to do 2 games in one stream. That's why I'm starting a little early tonight. So we're going to start things off with the Capcom Arcade Stadium, where I am going to be playing a bunch of classic Capcom games. And then later we're going to be doing Sonic Robo Blast 2 carts. That's going to be happening around 9 o'clock. I'm going to be joining Moonland Maple, MMG Mike, Silverstone Condor, and many others. But yeah, we're going to start out with Capcom Arcade Stadium now. So that's going to be the plan. Later on will be this. But yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. So a couple of things have been announced today. Like, for instance, we're gonna have new versions of Tony Hawk. Like the Switch version is gonna be coming out like later this year. No release date yet, but figure out when that's gonna be the case. That's number 1. 2. Sony is going to be doing a state of play. I'm not going to be doing a lot of reactions to that, but I will be watching that on my own. So that's the other thing. Other than that, it's just like we just have a couple of things going on. We're going to see what else will happen. State of play happens on Thursday, but again, I'm not going to watch it. Hickey Blade. No, Tony Hawk's not going to be a Smash. I know, but yeah, that's March for PS5 and Xbox Series X. No Steam version. I was hoping it would be on Steam, but I'll get it on Switch. But yeah, I'll have to see how that looks. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get things together right now, as you can see. So let's go ahead and start things up right now with Capcom Arcade Stadium. Let's go. Alright. I'm glad you like it. Let me just get everything together here. Yeah. As everything loads, I'm gonna fix the audio. There we go. Alright. Connect to network, yes. Put myself over here. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, let's start it up. So we're gonna play a couple of games. Strider will not be part of this tonight because I already did that last week. So I'm going to play some other games, mainly ones I did not really show off. We'll do for starters. We're going to do. Let's see. We're going to do. Alright, I already did this one. There's just so many games. How was Bowser's Fury? Oh, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a great time with that. We're going to play Warriors of Fate. No, not that one. Actually. At least not now. We're going to be playing Forgotten Worlds. Alright, so we're gonna play a little bit of this game. And then we'll switch to other games. Duty Space Harrier.
find the guy. I'll finish you today for sure.
So this game is actually pretty fun. I played this a few times. Unfortunately, this game did not do well in the arcades. But not too long after this, we got Ghouls and Ghosts, which did do well in the arcades. There were some games that Capcom released that did well and others that did not. This is one of those that did not, unfortunately. But, though apparently it did well enough to warrant a Sega Genesis port. You have a shop so you can upgrade your stuff. Alright, so we'll go with this one over here. There. Yeah, it is pretty fun. The character I'm playing as, in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, he was an assist. He wasn't playable, but you had like you had him as like an assist character. Ow! This game came out in 1988. I think at the arcade it had like a little like I'm not sure. I don't think it was a trackball, but like it was something where you would turn like a dial of sorts. Do you look like Wesker? A little bit. Nope. In fact, I'm still waiting to see if there'll ever be any like collections of sort, but that depends on Capcom and Disney actually working together. Alright, let's do another stage. This game has 9 stages, but in the Genesis version they cut 2 stages down and it ended up becoming 7. Yeah, that's the Capcom vs. SNK one for Neo Geo Pocket Color. Alright, weapon firepower increases. Reincarnate, I had to save money for that. Increase the max vitality. The weak point of Dust Dragon is its heart. Okay. That must be the boss of the stage. Cup of life noodles? Yeah, same. Gotta be careful. I think a boss should be coming up soon. Through the inside the heart. There we go. Ego Fighters, but that's not in this collection. But I know what you're talking about.
The Dust Dragon is no match for us. What did you him?
Alright. Gotta be careful here. Google Clock boss fight for Cuphead. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, Cuphead's good. All right, there we go. Yep, it's a twin stick shooter, not exactly Blasticator. Good to see you, Blasticator. How you doing? Better? Alright. That's good. Using dial, yeah, I'm using the left L and R buttons. I don't want to use the right stick. Last time. Oh god, this thing's huge. Attack the arms. Attack as much of the body as possible. Platinum style fights here, yep. Come on, take him out, take him out. Done. Yeah, that reminds me of like one of those like Platinum Games bosses. An Exodia-sized Gundam or one man with a pew-pew toy and jetpack. Latter. Looks like we're in Egypt. Yeah, the arcade cabinet used a dial for aiming. It is like a futuristic setting. Everyone can float in the air shooting. I gotta keep an eye out for a shop. Oh, look, there it is. All right, there we go. Like all the enemies. Don't mind the shop while these new businesses are attacking me. Yeah. All that money. Let's see where the boss is. It might be coming up. There it is. Look at this. They do. Gotta be careful. Yeah. Then again, remember, Platinum Games actually are people who once worked for Capcom. Though, I'm not sure how many of them actually worked on this game. Probably not that many. But they probably got some inspiration. No bonus. Item and satellite. Can't use it properly. Yeah, I can't wait to get that. Please attack Centipede's neck area. Okay. Got another one. We gotta look at all this. Yeah, I've never actually gone through any of them, but it will be great to do so. The X-Parasite lives again. Yep. Alright. Is the boss coming up? That's just one part of it. Now we got the body. Or rather, that's basically what was inside the body. Oh boy. Done. No bonus. Yeah. What game is this? Forgotten Worlds. I have. Everything powers up. Oh, I'm short on Zenny, so. We're in the 6th area. There's 3 more after this. Gotta attack his face when it opens up. You'd think it would be easier when you have another person, but what happens is that the difficulty scaling will go up. Like a Monster Hunter? Yes. That's how arcade games were back in the day. Since the main purpose was always to take your quarters. Done. Oh, that was actually a short stage. Is this the Himalayas? Not really sure. But we definitely got some snow. Yeah, but then you realize that these games are short. Because the games were meant to be super difficult because you're supposed to put in quarters. That's how arcades used to make money back in the day. Extension. Let's go. What the hell? That's one overgrown zombie. If I hadn't seen one myself. The music does fit the mood in this game. Oh boy. We got a boss battle. I think I gotta destroy those crystals so that I can hit his head. Done. More money for me. Two more stages to go. Like this, and there's another stage after this. Wouldn't be shocked that the last stage is short, but it's just a final boss fight. Yep. Capcom used this for other games too. Mega Man Legends comes to mind. It's good if you defeat either of Latin or Wooden. Must be the enemies I'm gonna fight against soon. All the firepower I have, I'm definitely gonna need it. So many enemies on screen. I know the Genesis version had less enemies on screen because of how much the system could actually handle at the time. So no, you don't get bombs in this. I wish they gave you bombs. That would have been nice to have. Yeah, they should have had like limited bombs and they would be screen clears. But you're limited to how many you could hold. Which would have been fine. Oh wow, magic pixel. Alright. We got twins. I'm trying to think of what they remind me of, but all I know is I gotta beat both of them. And looks like I did. Agni Ruda. Hey, Matt. Do I get any bonus? Please give me a bonus. Yeah, I got some bonus. 2,000. I'm at 20,000 Zenny.
Done for. I'm going to kill and I'll burn you with my aura.
One last stage. One last stage, and then we're done. Oh shit. I wonder if there's a shop here in the last one. Please. I hope so. There is. What should I get? Oh. Everything powers up. Yes, let's take that. And we'll regain power. And we'll take this too. And that's it. I can't afford anything else. Time to go and fight. Oh, nice. Do I have both of them? Uh-oh. I was out of coins. There, fixed it. Another shop. Yep. I think this is the only time that the shop appeared more than once in the game. Looks like that must be the final boss. I can't attack him yet. Can I attack him now? Yep. Yeah, he's getting really pissed right now. Done. It does. My final score?
I've done it. I'm still shivering. Yeah, me too, man.
There we go. Ooh, this was a great game. Tough, but it was a lot of fun. And there ends Bill and Ted's Greatest Adventure. I had fun with this game. Was actually not expecting to beat this game tonight, but I did. I gotta think of what's next. This is actually made by some of the people who will go on to make Street Fighter 2. That much I know. There we go. That right there is Forgotten Worlds. Another game down. This is how Carrier Air Wings or UN Squadron. UN Squadron's not in here, but does have Carrier Air Wing. Which, okay, I want to point something out. For whatever reason, you want to know what the Japanese name for this game is? I'll tell you what it is. I'll show you. U.S. Navy. That's the Japanese name for it. Why? I don't know. But that's what it is. But we're playing the American version, Carrier Air Wing. And yeah, this is the full collection, all 32 games. But just a reminder, for anybody that has the Switch, you don't have to buy the whole collection, because you're going to get a free game right off the bat, which is 1943, The Battle of Midway. But until Thursday, you can get a free game, another free game, which is the original Ghosts and Goblins. So I'd say get on it now, because obviously free is free, and you can't really beat that. So there's that. Let's play some Carrier Air Wing. Better than Space Force. I'll put it at, I'll leave it as it is, but I'll put the player strength at strong. This game is indeed a sequel to Capcom's other game, UN Squadron, which Capcom cannot re-release because that game is actually based off an anime and a manga called Area 88. So they can't release that one. And that game also had a Super Nintendo port. This game, however, did not. It was only in the arcades. So let's begin. Any control options in this? Yes, there is. You have to go to control settings, and you can change it however you want. I personally like to use the Hornet for this game. I'll go with this one over here and save the rest. You have like, yeah, you can, yeah, because when it comes to control options, the best thing about this is you can change anything to however you want it. Your fuel slows down, but it slows down faster if you get hit. You die when your fuel's at 0. However, you can refuel once you see any of them. There's like power-ups to increase your fuel. And it's like if you have a sub-weapon, you have a limited amount to use it. So you gotta use it wisely. I don't know if this is based on World War II. I don't think it was. I know for a fact that it might have been based on like the modern times of when it came out, which was 1990. Yeah, I know like the ones that are based off World War II are like the 1940X series. That's what I'm gonna call it because they have different numbers. And there's like about 4 or 5, there's 5 of them in this collection. Capcom building up there. This game is actually pretty fun. I haven't played UN Squadron all the way, just a little bit. So it's really hard for me to compare. I think it might be. I need to get that. I usually try to save my sub-weapon for when I get to the boss. Gotta hurry up because I'm losing fuel. I need like a fuel tank power up to pop up right now or I'm going to die. And there it is. Or at least I got some filled up. Boss time. I just noticed that like doing the sub weapon actually jeopardizes your health or your fuel. Wait, hold up. Because I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to actually buy stuff. You can also extend your fuel tanks. Alright. Yo, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 19 months, System Malfunction. How you doing tonight? Right now I'm playing some Capcom Arcade Stadium, currently playing Carrier Air Wing. It's actually pretty good. Hey Implementia, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Fine? Alright, that's good to hear. Uh-oh. Thing here? Yeah, stream going so well, system. I hope everybody in chat's doing very well tonight. Yep, I'm playing some classic games from Capcom Arcade Stadium. It's actually pretty good. There's a lot of good games on here. Yeah, Carrier Air Wing, but they call it US Navy in Japan for some reason. It's a sequel to a game called UN Squadron, which is based off an anime. This is not based off an anime. Oh yeah, I remember that. Eric. That fuel tank. Oh my god. Huge fan of that fuel mechanic in the Advance Wars games. Oh yeah. It should move me back. That's forcing me to go this way. Yeah, I have Days of Ruin and I have Dual Strike. 2 o'clock at night, so you have to sleep? Alright, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night, Blementia. that's another stage down. Let's grab that. Yeah, I would like for that series to come back. But apparently Days of Ruin was not really well liked. Hey RX, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. What have I been up to? I've been playing a couple of like classic Capcom games through the Capcom Arcade Stadium. Later on, around like 9 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to be switching over to Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart. Play with Mool and Maple and the guys. How you doing? How's the arcade? It's actually really good. Like, there's 3 different packs. I end up getting everything. I hope they add more down the road, because there's a lot of other arcade games that should be on here. They have some really good ones, but there's more that Capcom should release. Ooh, rapid speed. Nice. I need a fuel tank refill. Well, never mind that. But I'm having a great time with this. Yep, you only have virtual coins, but you could select an unlimited. You could add an unlimited amount. Alright. It's boss time. Three retries, and the bosses are bigger and badder than before for each level. Yeah, the soft drink refills, yeah. Especially when you go to like a movie theater, or you're gonna go like a big restaurant or something. And it looks like the stage is done. I actually beat this stage faster than I beat the last one. Very good. Hey Kyle, good to see you. Oh, so that's the weak point, okay. Oh, no, wait. I just need to fix this. Because like, I'm not trying to use the rewind that much. Let's take this. Save the rest of my money. Do I think Chuck E. Cheese would have something like this? Probably not. They'll definitely have Street Fighter, but they wouldn't have this. How you doing, Kyle? Good to see you. Nice. Like now we're in like high up in the air. Apparently this game performed well in the arcades in Japan. Not sure about the United States. Nah, I don't know about that. Oh, there's the boss. I forgot how many stages are here. I think it's 8 or 9. Damn, I went all out. Mission 5 complete. The authentic experience? No. Wait, hold up. And thank you, Matt, for the 69 bits. Yes. Increase the fuel tank. Thanks again for last night. No problem, dude. How are you holding up though? Like, with all the redemptions from last night. Like, how are you holding up? Make the weapon go fast. Fine? Alright. I didn't think of what's going to be the game I'm going to play after this. We're in the 6th mission, so we got a couple more to go. Probably might have time for one more game if I'm going to do like from start to finish. It will not be any of the Ghosts and Goblins games because that's definitely going to be taking a while. Half of the fiery beans are gone. Damn. Yeah, those beans are definitely gone. Vespi went all in the most out of everybody. We got some icebergs here. There's no chill in this stage. Oh. speed weapon. Got that. Need that. Music is really good though. We gotta fight this giant sub. I don't think that sub's done yet. It's just those enemies were in the way, so... Yep. Let's hope any of them drop the fuel tank. Not exactly what I need, but I'll take this. Yes, that's exactly what I need, the fuel tank. Good. Gotta take care of these things. Not done yet. I've noticed that the bosses in stage 3 and 6 are longer than the other ones. Do Sub-Zero falling clip. Let me shoot this thing. Let me shoot this thing and kill it. Take that sub. I just sucked that battleship. This is what we mean by sub goals here? Yep. Very good. Does have a weakness? Oh, okay, there. Save the rest of my money. Never know when you're gonna need it. Mission 7 starts. Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins is free until Thursday. So if I would suggest like if you're thinking about getting this collection and you want to get a free game, I would suggest getting Ghosts and Goblins now. Because like the only other game you get for free right off the bat is 1943: The Battle of Midway, which is a good game, better than the original 1942. Ow. Yes. The one on the NES is not a good version of the game. Not only that, the frame rate is really bad, it's also even harder than like arguably the hardest difficulty in the arcade version. Oh yeah, Gunsmoke. That's not in this collection though. I wish it was. There's a few games missing. There was a similar thing that Capcom attempted years ago called Capcom Arcade Cabinet, but that was for PS3 360. It had a lot less games, but it had a few games that were not on here though. But most of it is the same. And that came out very late in the PS3 and 360's life cycle. This is like another attempt at it, but I think it's much better. A lot of people didn't like how overpriced like certain packs were. You got less games for like you have to spend more money on. Whereas here you get like 10 games for 15, which is a pretty good deal. But you can get like the whole package for 40 instead of buying the packs individually. That's just me. The shooters, there's some beat 'em ups, some action games, quite a few fighting games though. I hope that they add some more. There are 2 Mega Man arcade games that they need to bring in here. Mega Man the Power Battle and Mega Man the Power Fighters, both of which were in the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox Mega Man collection that came out many years ago. But yes, the NES version of Ghosts and Goblins is arguably harder than the arcade version. Does that Magic Sword or King of Dragons? King of Dragons and Magic Sword, no. But I really wish that they did have both of those, especially Magic Sword. That should have been on there. Second extension? Yes. If people message Capcom and like any other like social media, hopefully they'll take notice. Like saying that the collection's good, but because here's the thing, if they take some feedback, hopefully like they'll add some more stuff, and then more people will be happy if, depending on whatever like they want, it ends up getting added to the collection. So I only did Forgotten Worlds before I did this one tonight. I'm not sure what the next game's gonna be, but it's probably not gonna be a long playthrough, depending on what it is. This game's a lot longer than I was expecting it to be for an arcade game. But I definitely want to do like Capcom Arcade Stadium whenever I can on stream. That's why I wanted to sign on at 7 instead of 8, which I did. So just to have more time to at least play some stuff before I switch over to Sonic Roboblast. Sonic Roboblast 2 cart. Looks like the boss is here. Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts is the Genesis sequel to the original. Yeah. And then Super Ghouls and Ghosts was Super Nintendo exclusive, at least at the time it was released. And that's also a sequel. I think it's the best of the bunch. There was a PSP game, but I haven't really played much of that one. Yeah, Bionic Commando was different in the arcades compared to the NES one. I haven't played much of the NES one, so I couldn't really say much. I may play it eventually. Yeah, there's still frame issues on the Super Ghouls and Ghosts on Super Nintendo, yeah. Because I think they added too many enemies and too many, like, things on screen. Should be done killing this train real soon. Done. Time for the next stage. Should be the last one. I probably might not have enough time to play another game tonight, and if I do, it's going to be a quick one that won't even last the whole, like, playthrough. This is the last stage too, so we got this. All right. Imagine being on your last coin in your pocket here. Yeah. I want to learn how to. I wish I had the skill to be able to beat the game, beat arcade games in 1 credit without like adding it. Well, just 1 credit. That's it. There are a few games I want to do that for. Not everything. And there's also not counting fighting games. It has to be like beat 'em up, shmups, any other types of games. I've seen people do it. It's impressive. Like whenever I see anyone do it, I'm always shocked and in awe of how they do it. And I'm like to myself, I wish I could do that myself. Like, because arcade games are very hard to beat in 1 quarter unless you have all that skill. And also, no rewinds, no save states. Just 1 credit, and that's it. Yeah, until somebody else like just looks at it and they want to be the next person. So you may be on top for now, but somebody else will eventually try to dethrone you faster and have a better score. Get free pizza and soda. They play it over and over again. But it's like some people just do it just to get better like personal bests. Alright, looks like we are fighting against the final boss. Unless there's something else. As far as I'm concerned, this must be it. The one in the middle. Oh, look at that. Look at all those bullets. There we go. It's not over yet, is it? Mission 9 completed. I think that's it. Nope. Looks like it's not over yet. I thought that was the last one, but nope, there's one more. There it is. Look how huge this thing is. It is. One by one, take everything out. Like I got the fast ones, speed bullets. Yeah, this is well done. I really like this game. I might just do a stream at some point where the next games I'll do will be both Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts, and I am not allowing myself to use the rewind feature. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Yep, the I hate myself stream. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. And then there's also Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super Nintendo. Same rules apply. No save states. Well, the only save states I'll make is like in case if I need to save progress for whatever reason. But other than that, yeah, it's like a pick your poison, except I'm the one that's picking it and no one else. However, the next session of the People's Choice that's happening next month is going to be very interesting. You'll see what it is. Takes practice and memory. Yep. Speaking of Ghosts and Goblins, it's got good reviews. The new one that's coming out, with the exception of the one in GameSpot. Yeah, and I read that, and let's just say his complaints sum up the entire series of Ghosts and Goblins and what it's all about. So yeah, I don't know. There's opinions, and then there's like personal bias. Oh god, it looks like a laser satellite launcher shooting missiles. And yet IGN actually gave it a decent review, like a solid review, like 8. It's been getting 7s, 8s, and 9s, and then like just one, like GameSpot gave it a 4. I'm going to be playing that game on Sunday, which I'm looking forward to doing. Yeah, I get it. Come on. Knock him out. Yeah, he hated it. That's it. Mission accomplished. Return to the carrier right away. I wonder if all the leftover money will carry. Yeah, it will. Yeah, I'm gonna get Bravely Default 2 on Friday. After the destruction of their weapon manufacturing facilities, Rabbit was forced to withdraw its armed forces and surrender. The war was over. Done. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough time to do a full playthrough. I might just quickly show off a game though, but yeah. That was good. Hey, Erica's here, how you doing? Good to see you. So that's another game beaten, but we're just gonna show off like another game quickly for a few minutes.
Here we go!
Alright, just for a few minutes I'll show off one other game, which I'll play in full in another time. I'll show off a little bit of Captain Commando. I know some of you have seen it, but I'll just show it off. Alright, hold up. Time challenge. Special challenge. Oh, you have to finish the game first for that. Yes, Cyberbots is really good. Captain Commando, which is a great game to play, but I'm only gonna play like a little bit because of timing. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I think this is, as much as I like Final Fight, this game is a much better game. 4 player, you can do 2, 3, or 4 players. You can also, it's also faster paced. You can run as well. Captain Commando is fun. You can't cheese like in Final Fight though, but still, there's more stages. Though the first few stages are shorter compared to second half of the game. Yeah. I was looking up a list of canceled N64 games, and I was shocked to see that this is one of them. It might have just been an arcade port of this game that supports 4 players, because there was an arcade port of this game for PlayStation, but it only supported 3 players with the multi-tap. They couldn't manage to get the 4 players thing working on it. This game was on the Super Nintendo. They would have made a sequel, like if they would have made Captain Commando 64. That would have been nice. Whoa, I just got chopped in half. Sliced. Blood was renamed as Boots in the SNES port. Yeah. What's funny is they renamed so many things, even though the Super Nintendo version came out like very late in the life cycle, 95. and had ESRB rating of teen. Not only that, but also it was only 2 players because Super Nintendo.
Captain Commando.
Yeah, it's like because growing up I was hoping Capcom would release a lot more games on 64, but they've only released 3 games. But they released like almost like 40 to 50 games on the PlayStation. Mainly because N64 cartridges were harder to make. Some of the games they were planning for 64 were either canceled, moved to other platforms, and that's it. A big example of a game that was moved to another platform was Resident Evil 0. That was originally slated for N64, but it got moved to GameCube instead. Yeah. And that's the thing, N64 cartridges could not store that much data, and they were expensive, so that's why a lot of companies decided to instead support the PlayStation, because the disc CDs were cheaper to manufacture, and you could store way more data, including higher quality music. At the time, I believe it was like 700 to 800 megabytes of storage, which at the time was a big deal. Yeah. The turning point was when Square was working on Final Fantasy VII. The turning point was oh, yes, it would have been like more successful. I just don't know how much more successful it would have been compared to the PlayStation. I don't think it would have beat the PlayStation still, but it would have done way better than it did. Because N64 sold, I believe, 34 to 35 million units worldwide, which is not bad, but it was lower than how much the Super Nintendo sold, which was about 49 million units worldwide. Yeah, they did the 64 disc drive, but it was magnetic disc and not compact disc. What third parties would have wanted were compact discs, and the 64 disc drive, it flopped. It was a huge flop, but I'm not sure if it was a flop that was bigger, like worse than the Virtual Boy, or Virtual Boy was still the worst. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna have to look into that, but it was a big flop. Hey Xavier, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, this will probably be the last stage I'll do before I get ready to switch over to Sonic Roboblast. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'll go to Capcom Arcade, it's a lot of fun. Beaten 2 games, but I won't be able to beat this one because of timing, because we gotta get ready for Sonic Roboblast 2 card in a little bit. But yeah, the 64 disc drive was a huge flop, like beyond belief. Like I think that might have taken the cake in terms of like Nintendo's biggest flops. Speaking of Nintendo's biggest flops in terms of hardware, Nintendo actually made you just got the game installed and ready for Sonic Roboblast? Nice. Nintendo actually made like a Pokemon mini system back in like 2001. And it was to have like these micro mini games with all dedicated to Pokemon. There were about like 5 or 6 games made, with a couple other games either stuck in Japan, and then like other lineups that they had planned were canceled. I know this because it was sold in the Pokemon Center New York back in the day, before it became Nintendo NY or Nintendo World. But yeah, like Pokemon Mini did not perform well. It came out the same year that the Game Boy Advance did, but I felt that it was going for a completely different niche compared to the Game Boy Advance. because the minigames were short and it was all black and white, just like the original Game Boy, but it just wasn't really what people were looking for. And instead, people were just buying Game Boy Advances, which rightfully so. Game Boy Advance is a really good handheld.
Captain Commando.
Yeah. It's just whenever people talk about like what Nintendo's biggest flop was, everyone always says the Virtual Boy. But what if it's not the Virtual Boy?
Captain Commando.
And in retrospect, there are a lot of people who say the Virtual Boy really isn't all that bad. It's just didn't really have a lot of appealing games except for Wario Land. And maybe Totoro Boxer and maybe Mario's Tennis. But it wasn't really that appealing. There was a puzzle game that looked cool, but it's one of those things where like people would have rather have played these games on either Super Nintendo or Game Boy at the time. And I've tried it. I will actually not continue with this because we have to get ready. But yeah, like, so we will definitely revisit more Capcom Arcade Stadium. Because I have this, I want to take advantage of this as much as I can because I really think this is a really good collection. I want to see what else Capcom could do if they were to add to this. I'm hearing that they want to release this because right now I believe this is a timed exclusive for Switch, and eventually it will release on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, which will have the exact same lineup. They might add more stuff, but what I would do is this. Add more games to the Switch version, and then release the packages on PlayStation and Xbox and Steam, so people will be able to have access to all those games. Do that, and you're good to go. That's how I feel. Like, I really think this is a very solid collection. I think it's well worth owning. But considering it's free to download and you get one free game out of that, but I highly recommend like getting the other free game, which is Ghosts and Goblins, because it won't be free after Thursday. The whole thing's gonna be worth a lot if they keep adding to it. Yes, they really should. They need to do this. If people let Capcom know that they want more out of this, they're gonna do it. That's the way I see it. Because I definitely want more out of this. But yeah, that's going to be it for Capcom Arcade Stadium for now. I'll have to figure out when I'm going to revisit this, but the moment that I revisit Capcom Arcade Stadium, I'm going to be doing Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts. Those are going to be the next two games I'm going to do. Because I want to eventually like just have done all of them. The only one I got to figure out with is the one on PSP, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. I'll figure that out sometime.